Yeah.
Morning sun on skin, pulse in the blood.
Stand tall.
Speak true, I feel the glow, I feel the pride.
Say it loud.
Melanin, say it again. Melanin, let it rain from the root to the crown, from the past to now. Melanin, we rise within. Melanin, built to win.
I walk with purpose, feet firm on ground, history in my posture, future in my sound. We honor what life began, warm skin, deep tone, from ancient families, one source, one home.
Melanin, say it again. Melanin, let it rain from the root to the ground, from the past to now. Melanin, we rise within. Melanin, built to win.
I move with grace, mind sharp, eyes wide, beauty holds knowledge, strength leaves inside. Every shade tells a story, care and courage blend. I carry the origin spark, life circles back again.
Melanin, say it again. Melanin, let it rain from the root to the crown, from the past to now. Melanin, we rise within. Melanin, built to win. We teach love through action. We lead with care.
We build each other daily.
We stay aware.
Stand for help.
Stand for joy. Protect the youth. Guard the voice.
Say this with me, your skin holds light.
Say this with me. Your life holds might. Walk proud. Think clear. Keep your crown here. Melanin, yeah, say it again. Melanin, let it rain from the root to the crown, from the past to now. Melanin, we rise within. Melanin, built to win. Know your name, nod your mind. Feed your flame.
Immortal. Yeah. Came out the portal, immortal into a human body. I've been existing way before the earth had Anunnakis. Intergalactical battles, intergalactical travels, infinitely going through stars. The universe will unravel all of its secrets, peep it. I'm starting to leak it. Time for truth is coming 100, it's time to seek it. Expanding my perception through the spectrum of light. I'm going in with spectrum and the shit's out of sight. We indigo children, yeah, we building frequencies through the ceiling. Penetrating through reality, a marvelous feeling. Regardless, we're healing these humans that be claiming we demonic. The resonance goes over their heads, we super cosmic. The logic is ignorance mixed with fear in your thinking. My pineal gland is flooding, son, that shit don't be blinking. Sinking into your subconscious like a song with no words. The way I come up with these symbols of letters is absurd. Hey yo, my rhymes are like angelic beings. That shit is freeing, so pure that if you were born blind, I'll have you seeing. Breathing in a multi-dimensional light so captivating. Double helix is nonsense, so what I'm activating, feel the power from within, seeping right through my skin. From the earth into my feet as it goes up to my chin. It got me grinning, rotation like spirals, my music spinning. I told you that I don't be playing, still I'm always winning. Fibonacci to the haters, curve them right to the side. They don't understand the energy, it comes from inside. So inside is what I master, used to be a disaster. Now I'm gladly elevating to a whole new chapter. Yeah, I'm giving birth to a whole new style. I incarnated through New York, yeah, I rep Long Island. Don't get it twisted though, I'm truly repping this earth. I came to free all these humans and show you all what you're worth. Immortal. Yeah, raising your frequencies one soul at a time. As I pass this mic to my boy Spectrum, yo Spectrum, light that up, kid.
They tried to tell me I'm mortal, I told them I was immortal. They asked me what makes me different, I asked them what makes you normal. I just followed my morals and I unfollowed the formal. Hopped on a track with crews, now we straight cruising through portals. I download the Metatron, I'm reversing it till I'm dead and gone. If you think I'm dope, then you said it wrong. Not trying to flex, but I'm hella strong. Mine did things you never seen. When I say mine, you know what I mean. I'm the most when I'm in my mode, and y'all average is like the mean. I really didn't mean to go intervene. I'm the middleman, chilling in between. You should do the math, we ain't keeping score. But I just hit a 3.14. I cook it up, make it look easy as pie. I'm moving in silence and seeing the sign. I am the G. If you remove me, all you gon' see is your sins. This is a big game of sins. The simulation is breaking again. I'm taking control, creating my soul. And if the truth fits, I'm breaking it in. Breaking it. All I really know is that I'll never know. I've been here for forever, don't know when to go. I think that indicates that I'm an indigo. In that case, I'm in the go. Green light, my heart, chakra booming. Solar plexus, Lexus zooming. You assuming that I'm human. I'm just being what you doing. I've been teaching teachers frequently. It's apparent I'm a parent when it comes to raising frequencies. The way I'm living life, I haven't rest in peace recently. Immortal with my technique, but my ego dying easily. Death is teasing me by leaving me with DMT. Now it seems to me that everything I see is seeing me. Life is just an infinite circle with a twist. I used to wanna be like them, now they do not exist.
Immortal.
Welcome in, everyone. Thanks for joining us this evening. We are on Melanin Frequency Vigil and 52 Acts of Unity. I hope I am being heard. My mic just went out for a second. But yeah, we are in the year of divine unity. Please let me know. Thank you all for joining us and coming on in. So with the year of divine unity, we embody our natural love frequency, living as one in divine unity on earth. We embody our natural love frequency, living as one in divine unity on earth. And in the year of divine unity, we embody our natural love frequency, living as one in divine unity on earth. Ashe, Ashe, and Ashe-O. So yes, thank you all for confirmation that I am being heard, and thank you all for showing up for yourselves and for this session. It is going to be one of a kind. I'm glad you guys are tuned in. So, yes, we join each and every Sunday, sadly at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So, I would love to introduce myself. I am Ken 122. I am Star, and I am part of the MIMEC priesthood. I am the priestess initiate of the MIMEC priesthood. So I'm so honored to be here and be able to host Melanin Frequency each and every week, a heptad, I should say, because we are not weak. But I empower in order to communicate, commanding breath. I seal the input of spirit with the overtone tone of radiance. I am guided by the power of heart. Ashe. So I will be your host this evening, and we have some more special guests coming. So please stay tuned. So with Mimic, our mission is to shift the global consciousness of the melanin dominant population and establish an everlasting legacy of divine frequency beings with immortal health and immortal wealth through the application and remembrance of cosmic knowledge. Ashe, Ashe, and Ashe O. So we are on Kin 180. We are on the yellow spectral sun. And this is based on the 260-day sacred cycle that we go through. And we are currently in the white dog wave spell. So I'm going to ask you all to please join me as I read this 3 times. And we tap into this frequency and this energy. So I'm going to expand this for a second. So if I do not see your comments, I'll be right back. So I dissolve in order to enlighten, releasing life. I seal the matrix of universal fire with the spectral tone of liberation. I am guided by my own power doubled. You dissolve in order to enlighten, releasing life. You seal the matrix of universal fire with the spectral tone of liberation. You are guided by your own power doubled. We dissolve in order to enlighten, releasing life. We seal the matrix of universal fire. We, with the spectral tone of liberation, we are guided by our own power doubled. We are a polar kin. We transport the yellow galactic spectrum. Ashe, Ashe, and Ashe O. So this here for Kim 180 is the Destiny Cross, and it is guided by our power doubled, which is the guide is 180, which is the yellow spectral sun. Over to the right is the physical body, that is Kin 219, that is the blue spectral storm, and then below is the emotional body, which is Kin 81, and that is the red electric dragon. And then over to the left-hand side is Kin 50, which is the white spectral dog. So that is the mental body for Kin 180. So all of these, this Destiny Cross right here consists of Kin 180, the yellow spectral sun, Ashe. So we are going to get into these announcements. So, you know, Mimic has so much going on. We have a few sessions taking place each and every heptad. We also have some events coming up. We have a lot of in the meta shop as well. So you can go online and check us out on the website. You can tap into the sessions and tap into a lot of what is going on with the Mimic. So we have compiled an announcement video so you can have some information on the screen and you can get all that information all at one time. So get your pens and papers out so you can jot the information down and stay tuned. So we're going to play that in 1 second and then we will be right back.
Day awake, I am today. Daily acknowledges the act of God, empowering me to breathe. Down more time to live, move, and have my being. Amazing I am shows the wonders of light shining on my face. Healed from afflictions, distractions, and manipulations of this world. Strong I am today as the sun shines, wind blows and rain falls, reminding me to stand each test time. Wise as I am today to see the truth at face value and walk with confidence, knowing.
Habitats of weeds, daily supplies. 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 Daily supplies.
Okay, so that was the announcements. I told you we have a lot going on with the MIMEC. So we hope you guys were able to get any of that information. So if you're just coming in, or if you already done a few classes, there's so much for everyone. So yeah, that is all that we have for the announcements at this time. And then with the Acts of Unity, we do have a manual to go along with it. We have it for only $33, and that is to go through all the 52 acts. And it is just amazing to have that in hand as we go through with each and every heptad. So if you've already joined, you already got one, and you just invited someone on in with it, and they need to purchase one as well, please share this information, and they can get that ebook right away. And all that information is right here on the screen. So that is the Melanin Frequency Manual, and that is for the 52 Acts of Unity. And yeah, so definitely grab that, because we've been going through that, and it's been such an amazing thing. So Ashe, hope you guys are enjoying your Unity groups as well. So with that, we are going to yield the mic to High Priestess Maya and Makaru Amen. She has created this space for us, and it has been so beautiful to see it blossom into what it is now, even adding on the Acts of Unity and adding in the other communities that have been joining in with us as well. So she's just been connecting and growing and glowing, and just honored always, as always, to be here, to be able to introduce her, to be able to just be able to see my growth as well with her assistance. So I'm going to yield the mic, because High Priestess got a lot going on. She got so much to share with us this evening, and some more things coming up. So you guys just got to stay tuned. So with that, I'm going to yield my mic and introduce High Priestess and Makaru Amen.
Makaru Amen. The High Priestess, the MIMEC will move me in. Makaru Amen. The high priestess, the mimic who pulled me in. It's time we come together to raise our consciousness. Mark Dr. Wu, Amen. The high priestess, the mimic who pulled me in. Mark Dr. Wu, Amen. Mark Dr. Wu, Amen. The high priestess, the mimic who pulled me in. Mark Dr. Wu, Amen. It's time we come together to raise our consciousness.
All right, all right. Greetings, greetings, greetings. Am I being heard? I think I am. So I'm going to continue unless you tell me different. And so welcome, welcome, welcome again, everyone, to the Melanin Frequency Vigil. And I'm so excited this evening because we have two special guests. I love when we get to bring folks on with expanded and different perspectives of this information. So I'm very excited about that. Shout out to our sister Star Kim 122 for being our hostess here this evening. It was great to hear your voice, and love how dedicated you are to being a part of the priesthood and just doing everything that you do. That's that spiritual chocolate right there. That's the spiritual chocolate right there. So we're very excited about her. I got to shout out Priestess Boot, my aunt there, for her be below, right? For all of these beautiful slides, everything that she does, always in the background, holding and keeping the order and getting us all straight, right? So I thank each and every one of you also for being a part of us this evening and coming to be a part of this frequency. This is a vigil, right? So every time we come into the space every Sunday evening at 6 p.m., we are literally holding a vigil, right? So vigils are not always, slow singing and flower bringing, right? Holding a vigil, right? You are vigilant about these frequencies, about these energies. And so that's what we do each and every time we come here. And we've been doing it since the fall equinox of 2019, right? So I'm very excited about that. I'm going to need someone to move the slides for me. I am on my phone. So thank you. I want to draw attention to this. This is coming near. This is our womb evolution retreat, summer solstice retreat, and it is going to be in the Hampton, Virginia area. We are full as far as lodging is concerned. However, if you want to come up for the day, you can do that. Definitely reach out to us at admin at Melanated Immortals. All the information is here on the slide. You can go to the website, melanatedimmortals.com, go to events, RSVP, and we will get back to you and let you know all of the information. Actually, when you RSVP, you get a little PDF with all of the information on it anyway. But if you have any questions, all of our information is there. Shout out to Sister Kim 141 for being our hostess for this womb evolution retreat this year, and it's going to be awesome. She has a lot of fun things planned for us, and so we definitely would love to see you guys there. We will have a marketplace. We're gonna have all of that stuff, right? So definitely come through. All right, next slide, please. All right, so what we're going to do, we're going to switch it around a little bit. Before we do the reflections and follow-up, we want to go ahead and we're going to bring our guest up first, right? And so I love this this team. We got a little surprise for you, though, but you're going to like it. You're going to like it. You're going to like it, right? So we were bringing up the forces of nature, right? It's still going to be the forces of nature, but it's pretty dope how it all worked out, right? We love synchronicities. We have brother Amun, Neteru-El, and you guys, if you've been around MIMEC for a while, you have seen him be our guest speaker on aligning with the cycles. Has you? I don't know. Has he been on Melanin Frequency before? I know we've had him a couple of times on Aligning with the Cycles. If you come to our retreats, especially the one that we do in the springtime or the Melanin Frequency, you can see Brother Amun and his wife, Ken 108, Rachel. They are always key components in our retreats. And he does a plethora of things, right? So he truly is a force of nature. Of course, he's Ken 85. Okay, come on. That is the um resonant. Sorry, I had to get the word. I saw channel in my mind. And so I was like, what is that? Resonant serpent. And so you know, those serpents are always about that. They're always super vital. Right. So we have someone from the house of Orisha Stone this evening. And what's synchronistic about this, as we're talking about the forces of nature, is we have his wife, Goddess Abiki, coming through. And she has a plethora of information about this topic that we are on this evening. And so I am so excited to bring them forward. It's going to be great. Let me tell you the synchronicity, right? I said, Brother Amun, he's the serpent. Guess what Abiki is? Goddess Abiki is the wizard. They literally are each other's planetary bodies, planetary support. Right. So it's going to be pretty interesting and synchronistic, exciting, and all of that stuff. You never know what they're going to do. You got a wizard and a serpent. Okay. I don't know if y'all know these archetypes, but listen, one of my very best friends is a wizard. And I always talk about her because she has a, you know, her house is, you know, it's on a regular city block, but you know, it's her house because her house looks like, you know, she got butterflies and sunflowers and all kinds of things on there. And the wizards are always preparing something very enchanting. So expect all of that and then some this evening. So without further ado, well, let's go to the next slide. Right. So this is the frequency that we are speaking about, that we're going to have these two guests come in on and speak about this this evening. And they both have something very interesting to say about this. And it says our legacy as high frequency beings, divine beings, and the forces of nature is ignited. Our legacy as high frequency and divine frequency beings and the forces of nature is ignited. Our legacy as high frequency beings, divine frequency beings, and the forces of nature is ignited. Ashe, Ashe, and Asheo. And so that is, if you, the frequency that we had on the last plasma was about freeing ourselves from addictions to lack and poverty. And so what goes with that, and then when we remove those tethers, and we talked about that from all different perspectives, we're not just talking about money, we're talking about consciousness, right? And so when we leave all of those levels of consciousness in the past and we release that, then what happens? The dampeners are off and we get ignited. The forces of nature, the forces of being a divine being on earth gets ignited. It starts to activate. It gets charged up. You get to see and experience more of you as the divine being that you are. Now, I don't want to go too far into it. I would like to have my two guests come forward and have them talk about it, right? So y'all come on up, come on up. Y'all shout them out in the chat, please. Shout them out in the chat. We got this Vicky. Hey girl. All right. We got Brother Amun.
Greetings.
Hold up.
Greetings.
Can y'all hear me? Love. Yes.
It's a little choppy.
It's choppy for me. Y'all can't hear me?
We can now.
Okay, we loud and clear. All right.
Oh,
Yeah. Peace. What's up, everybody?
okay. All right. What I want to do first, I want to talk to
Yes.
Goddess Avinki real quick on as you heard, we were talking about these forces of nature. And as
Mhm.
I have been introduced to you all by Mama OJ Yemi, and we definitely always have to shout her out for being that seed and targeting awareness and saying, "High Priestess, I'm gonna need you to go on over here, right?" And holla at Orisha Stone and them, right? And so
So,
from that point forwards, I feel like I'm a part of the family. I've heard a lot about the things that you all have in your homes. You all are snake charmers, right? You got snakes, you got cats, dogs, probably a bird or two, right? I don't know, right? So I was talking to the brother um, a, a couple of, I don't know when it was, and he was telling me about the energy of the snakes
mhm.
that you all have. And I would love for you to tell us a little bit about how that is related to this frequency.
So, and well, I'm a Biki Rule with Orisha Stone. I'm like the manager. So a lot of the pieces that y'all see go out, I've either had a hand in creating it or something of that nature. So I'm an artist. And so the serpent, I've come to realize that in the times that we're moving into, because we are coming into a more spiritual awareness, we're being called to homestead. We're being called to get out of this system and go back to the more natural rays and the frequency of the planet. As a Virgo by nature, I'm an earth sign. So in being that I'm an earth sign, the forces of nature on earth I would consider to be the rising of the matriarch, because the forces within us. The forces of nature are within us. So it's a time to go back to what is naturally belongs to us. The serpent is a messenger, and they pass messages. That's the reason why when they say that the serpent ate the apple, called Eve to eat the apple, well, why was the serpent asking Eve to eat the apple? It was so that she could expand her mind, expand her system. And in studying the serpent, I've come to notice even in the way that they eat their prey is different. Then they kind of like they sneak up on it, but it's not in a bad way. That's their food. That's their source of food. It's all the pyramid of food source. So, the animals are talking to us, and the time where we are living our life off of these franken fast foods in these death traps of such as Wendy's and Burger Kings and McDonald's, they're all starting to shut down. So it's a good time to start practicing and ingesting healthier foods and getting back in tune with your stones and protecting your aura, because as this system falls, they're going to start acting out. Those who are not spiritually aware and are unaware are going to go insane. It seems like a lot of people are walking around soulless, and you'd be surprised that it's even our brown skinned people are walking around without souls. All of them, a lot of them. And so in knowing that, just protect your energy, use your prayers, use your stones, use other high frequency communities such as Melanated Immortals and Brother Amun and the guests that they bring on to help guide you and bring you into those higher frequencies. Because if you continue to live on that lower frequency, it's not going to work out well for you at all. So and I could do more, tell y'all more about the serpent. It has been a real learning experience. It's not something that you should be afraid of. I know that a lot of people are afraid of the serpent, but it isn't something that you should be afraid of. is something that you should embrace. These are ball pythons. They're super docile. And we don't, I'm not saying embrace the venomous serpents, not the ones that are actually a danger, but this is actually very therapeutic. They're calm. That's the reason why he compared them to cats, felines, because they don't require a lot of maintenance, and I'm really trying to do her name is Inanna. So back to you, Goddess.
Question. So, um, if somebody wanted to learn more about the serpents or even have some, you guys offer that?
Yes, we do. We rehome them, and if anyone's ever interested in a serpent, we can educate. We practice art, knowledge, and symbolism. So we bring the knowledge, we teach y'all what the symbols are about, and we use our jewelry. If you ever want stones or anything of that nature, we use our jewelry to make it look pretty. If you're ever interested in making a purchase from us, let me show you. So then we have this jewel that we just did.
Oh, nice. Nice.
So you can hit us up on our Instagram, or you can go to Melanated Immortals website and you can purchase some of the jewelry that we have available on Melanated Immortals.
What's that stone on it?
This is going to be a silver pendant with red garnet, clear quartz, and rose quartz.
Nice.
And hematite.
Nice. Okay.
I say, and this is what we do it for. These are just talismans so that you all can protect your energy from what's coming, from what's here. Not what's coming, is already here.
I say. Wow. Okay. Yeah. Thanks, Goddess. All right. I learned a little something. So one more thing. The snake that you showed, it's not venomous?
No, I don't do venomous.
Okay.
There are some people that do, but I don't work with venomous serpents. I like the safe, docile, slow moving ones, because really what she's doing is pretty much all she's gonna do. She can sit like this in this one spot for a couple hours if I don't move her.
Okay.
So and it was so funny when my dog, I kind of introduced them. I keep them separated because at the end of the day, it is a serpent's nature. You never, some of these people, they have these pythons around their kids and their babies unmonitored. You don't do that. It's still a not completely domesticated animal. So we still treat it for such, but it isn't. This one, ball pythons are not dangerous.
Okay.
I know that some people be like, oh, you need the ones from here in America. It's just the ones from here in America, like the corn snakes and the other pythons. They move too fast. I don't like fast movement. This one's slow, docile, and beautiful patterns. They come in all sorts of different colors. I couldn't bring them all out today. We do have a total of about 13, and it's interesting to see how they read a mood. If you're afraid of them, they can tell. If you're not, they'll open up to you. But the thing with a ball python is not going to strike. If it gets afraid or anything like that, it just balls up. And then we also keep crystals in their tank. Sometimes you can see them crawling around the stones, and they'll use the stones to help break their sheds. They'll rub up against the stone, and when it's time for them to shed, it helps to peel off their shed, because when they're shedding, it can be really uncomfortable for them.
Wow. All right. Yeah, thanks. All right. Forces of nature. That's what's up. All right. So I'm gonna pass it on to Neteru-El, Amun. And I know he got a special presentation for us on the forces of nature and some exercises and some more stuff. I don't know. I'm gonna just sit back and be surprised.
Well,
So
peace
welcome,
and
welcome. We had you in Mimic, on one of the sessions in a minute. We've been missing, but it's hard to keep up with you. So, we glad we got you.
yes. Well, I'm thankful to be here, you all. Brother Amun, Red Resonant Serpent, Kin, number 85. Um, and just to dive right into it. So for one, my apologies in advance. I have had a very busy early day. My runnings have been very phone technology heavy, and I'm here in Chicago. My son's having a birthday party in the park. I had to come all the way across the city to the west side to this park that I'm at. It has killed the battery of my phone, and I'm doing my best to honor my children's call to their space and time has put me in a position where all these beautiful notes that I have for you, I may not completely be able to relay because the juice on the phone is going to die. And I would have had to not be here for my children to be in a house or room or office plugged up. And because I'm so busy, and in other parts of the country, I am limiting how many reasons I make to not be when they call me to a gathering. So my phone wasn't plugged in because I'm plugging into the youth today, right? And then there's these people setting off dynamite sticks on the other side of the lake. So pardon me if you see me jump. Being a force of nature, everyone here should make an affirmation. And I mean, from the name that your mama call you, like know yourself from the age of 6-year-old, 7 years old. Look in the sky, look at the water, and say, I am a force of nature. When you see a thunderstorm and you see the lightning in the clouds, look into that lightning. Hear the roll of that thunder.
Wait a minute. I know we didn't lose him. Come on.
Uh-oh.
Okay, he was just getting us hyped, right? Come on. Let's see. Okay, so we gonna get him back. We're gonna get him back. Oh my God. He was just getting us hyped. Okay, so um we will wait for him to return. All right, okay. Well, hey, it's me
Uh,
and you, Goddess. Let's roll with it.
all right.
Um okay. Um uh-oh. So we got I just saw Orisha Stone in the audience talking about the our thumb chakras, right? Hit the like and subscribe button. So all right. So Brother Moon, we can wait for him to come back because I want to hear what he has to say about that. Um and so as we're talking about these forces of nature, I like what you were talking about when you were speaking about the energy that is now present. And we've felt it. We felt, we're feeling the effects of the solar flares, right? We are feeling the effects of just the awakening, the dampening fields. Those layers are coming off. Oh, his phone was at 1%. Oh man.
Oh,
Oh my God. Okay, he gotta go find Rachel. And, um, and so the fact that all of these things are happening, and one of the things I was talking about, like, so, and I'd like to get your opinion on this, or your perspective of this is, so what happens is, like, a lot of times when we see these in the movies and all of this stuff, when they show that when they show like for example, like take X-Men, right? And
Mhm.
as the people start coming into their abilities, right?
Mhm.
Um, they'll show like it's this chaos that happens. People start screaming, and then they start exploding and all of that stuff all over the place. And I was saying, you know what? Who said it needed to be like that? You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Where it is just a bunch of chaos versus a bunch of discernment. Like
Yeah.
with that, we click in to the consciousness that goes with it. And maybe we need training or something like that. But it's not necessarily this thing where we're going to be in chaos. I mean, you tell me what your perspective is of that.
So I like to study different prophecies, and the Hopi prophecy states that when times such as what we are in now, when it hits, it's basically saying that it's not going to rain on everybody's parade. It might be raining on that house up the street, but your house is going to be okay. That's the reason why a lot of times when sometimes people the internet is cerebral. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all of that is cerebral. And sometimes you could just watch it so much to the point where it was a goddess I met a couple years ago and she was talking about all these conspiracy theories and things going on in China. And it just be like, you got to be careful because you can't fall into that rabbit hole. I know it's a
Mhm.
lot of different rabbit holes out there, and some of those rabbit holes can get really, really deep. And you'll drive yourself crazy trying to solve problems that don't belong to you. And you have to protect your energy from that. So in order to do that, kind of just pay attention to what actually affects your life. You can't get caught up in watching all of these different shows and taking those people problems on as your own, because then that will become your reality versus as before it wasn't really your reality, but now that you dwelled into it and it's become your reality. So that's the reason why it's like I be the change that I want to see in this world.
I say,
So I try to, surround myself with the images and the messages that I can relay onto others when it's needed, because that's all it is. It's just sometimes we come in different seasons and different messages come and go as we receive them and release them. So you try to be the change that you want to see, apply what you learn when it's time to apply it, and give that knowledge and pass it on to someone else that may be in need of those messages and divine, downloads that you received.
I
So I can't say that I disagree when it may be chaotic around the world, but as long as it's not chaotic in your life, because that's not your divine, that's not the road or the way that the destiny you're supposed to have, you don't have to worry about it. You can't. A
say,
lot of these people tend to fear monger, and you can't
mm-hmm,
live in that fear, because
mm-hmm,
that's the time for fear is over. It's our time now. Their
I say,
system is collapsing. It is going to collapse. So you just have to get prepared for that and know that ancestors got us. Literally, they have us. You
I say,
know that they have us because it is our time now. So that curse that was there, it has been lifted, and you can feel it. You can feel the joy, like all of the black girl magic. And I'm really big on ending the black man slander. We're not gonna continue to slander these black men. I know it's a lot of mess ups, but you can't continue to blame the victim and the trauma that we know was inflicted upon us through other factors, whether it be accidentally or purposely or systematically. We cannot continue to do that. So
mm-hmm,
I'm really, and you find that some of these goddesses, now we'll elaborate more on Matriarch Monday, like Sophia Stewart or other people who we think that they're not really what you think they are. And um women who bash men, I'm kind of over it, because we have to move on past that. Yes, they mess up, but you got to love them through it, because it seems like everybody else is loving us but us,
I
and
say,
everybody else is emulating us but us. And I'm kind of tired of that. Like, even growing up, people would say, "Oh, you look like you from I look like I'm from everywhere but where I'm from, which is right here in North Florida. And it's just like, I'm from right here. My people are from right here. My great grandma's from right here. So I'm native to these lands, and I have the land to back that up. I have the receipts to back that up. That I am what you would consider to be exotically from Florida.
Come on now. Wow. Yes, I say, there definitely is something called not operating in the same frequency. Like, I often talk about one of the things we have here in the melanin frequency. We say is it's a frequency, not a fight, right? So you can literally not be in the same frequency and be standing next. You could be standing next to somebody and not be in the same frequency, and that is a real thing, right? If you, whatever you do, I like what you were saying, is what you think about, what's in your consciousness, what's in your dream state, and that is what you experience. There's no such things, we that fear. Let's go to that part where, they say, oh no, they gonna come and get you, or they gonna come and do this. They ain't gonna do shit. Right? Unless that is a part of our vibration. And we talk about not giving way to those that have no authority over the experience that we are having. And it's a decision to make that change. The infighting amongst women and women, men and women, right? Absolutely. Because I always like to say, when in whatever direction it goes, the men bashing or the women bashing and the back and forth, you have two people, and especially in our community in particular, basically both parties are arguing over being traumatized by somebody else. They go and they I saw this illustration where they put these animals in a cage and then took the food away. You know what I'm saying? Or somebody got the food, whatever. And then eventually what happened is they start fighting. So we're all talking about how we're arguing with each other, trying to diminish each other because we've all been in that cage. And so now it's another conversation to be had. What do we do now that those dampeners are off? Do we keep talking about what had happened, right? What was going to happen and what is happening in the same manner, right? And there is a rehabilitation. This is just my perspective, that needs to happen, right? That there is a rehabilitation part that needs to happen in our communities. We have to learn how to be unified. We need to learn what unity really is, right? And how we can work together, because we're in this year. This is what we're talking about anyway on this session. We're in this year, divine unity on earth. Learning how to be one, learning that we literally have the same connections that the trees have. They have a mycelium network, and we call ours the mycelium of source, that we are all connected. And so when we're literally tapping into those frequencies, we can, I'd asked the question when we first started doing this, what is it that we can do differently? Like, what if we have this network of source, what is it that we would like to go into that space that would give us a different perspective, that will help shift the consciousness so that we can move forward in ways in which you were speaking about? And how can we, these might, I just want to hear your perspective on that. How can we make some of these shifts, these changes? I like you were talking about some of the prophecies that you have studied, like was that the Hopi, right? And now tell me what's unique about this the Hopi prophecies, and because I like those as well, because they seem to to me, this is my perspective, right? I like what I've heard thus far about the Hopi prophecy. I haven't heard all of them, and I'd like to hear a little bit more about these. And you already talked about some of the things that people can prepare for. What are some other things? And I know I'm throwing I put about 500 questions in there. I think I asked about 500, right? But that's okay. You're the wizard. You're receptive, right? You can stop me at any time. But what are some of the things that people could do to start igniting these energies within them? Okay. Oh, we can't hear you. We can't hear you. Or at least I can't. Is it just me?
Can
Okay. All right. Oh my God. Okay. Well, listen, we are it's getting hot up in here, right? These forces of nature are coming up in here and just blowing the circuits, right? uh uh yeah, so we're gonna bring her back in, and then okay, she's gonna come back in. All right. Here she go. Here she go.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, I'm sorry, my mic died. That's why you couldn't hear me.
You're a force of
Okay.
nature. You're a force of nature. That's what happened.
Yes, exactly. So to answer your first question though, it's UNITY. We got, just like you said, unity. We got to start supporting each other and stop outsourcing our economics, outsourcing our ideas, outsourcing our creativity. Y'all all, oh goodness, this lady that I was speaking to, and we'll elaborate more on Matriarch Monday, but she really was proud of these Oscars and ABCs and NBC interviews that she's done with all these Caucasoids and Anglo-Saxons, and that was the hype. That's the hype for her. Although it's those same ones who stole her idea and was like, yeah, nah, I'm gonna take everything from you and not give you credit for it. That's what they have historically done to us. It is time to stop giving away your nature, your neter to these vampires, and to reclaim it, and at minimum start sharing it with each other. One thing I grew up, our people love the gatekeep. Even with my own jewelry, I've met customers. Well, I don't want to tell them who I got it from. You don't ever have to worry about, gatekeeping jewelry. It's nobody's ever gonna have a piece like yours. And I feel like that gatekeeping thing needs to end. Share it amongst each other. They're sharing it with each other. You think all of them Arabs who came over here and got those gas stations, do you see any of them sharing ideas with us on how to get a gas station? You see them telling us how to get the stipends that the U.S. government was giving to them to get these gas stations, and then kill us for stealing a bottle of water that wasn't even stolen. These Arabs and Chinese people are doing that. So now it's time for us to start and building with each other. Start sharing our ideas with one another. And that's what I love about Melanated Immortals. That's what we're doing. I invest in a girl. Yes. A mouthful. Yes. So that it's time for that.
Okay.
Support
Okay.
each other. And
Y'all do that so well. Can I say that? I really gotta shout out Orisha Stone and you Goddess Abiki. Y'all, you guys are you. It's just natural for you guys. I love it. I love how you guys are. You have a plan for that. So that and you actualize it. So I
yes,
say.
follow through. It's really through divine downloads that I've received. And she told me, she said, walk on purpose with purpose in everything that you do. And that's what I try to do. That's what I try to do, because you'd be surprised that some of the people that we meet, and they're so full of air and just the lost. They're just lost and don't know what to do, where to go, and they seek all this guidance. And I do readings and things of that nature, and I understand the need to figure out self. It's just you got to start to. It's hard to find your purpose, but it's possible once you set those intentions and decide that you're ready to do that. And again, going back to the force of nature, the force of nature is within you. Once you start to recognize that you are God, once you start to recognize that everything that you look up into the sky for, or over there for, or within that person, or and you seek it out in everything else but yourself, that's when you will realize that the purpose is right there within you. Your purpose is not outside of yourself. It's in you. It's the force of
Okay.
nature within you, the great matriarch and divine masculine rising within you, because it's all a great balance. That's all Orisha Stone is a balance. That's the reason why so many people can relate to Orisha Stone and the messages that we send and the things we have to say, because it's not just me, it's my divine masculinity and from him, and then my divine feminine within. And then on top of it, even a lot of people don't know this about Nabi, but he's also carried by great matriarchal energy, which is why he can relate so much. And some men are like that. You know, they are masculine,
Okay.
very masculine, but there are these goddesses that you can't see that surrounds him. And I've seen it with my own eyes. It's like whenever somebody try him, it's out of nowhere, their whole downfall is going to happen. And that's with a lot of people. But with him, I've seen it with my own eyes. So, and that's with our viewers as well. You can't be afraid of that energy. You can't be afraid of tapping into that energy. When those ancestors talk to y'all better listen, because they are talking. They're not playing no more. Like the coon curses is real. People are dying when you are going against your nature and the grain just because you want to go against something. You're dying. They're dying in real time. So
Right now. Come on, got it. All right. What we got, brother. Thank you so much. I really have enjoyed this conversation. And listen, man, we was mad at you, brother Amun. We was all ready to put our name in the sky and everything, and then it went. I said, you know what?
One thing's for sure, that this experience we have through these glass vortex mirror screens is only conduit for consciousness. And the truth is that I don't even know what y'all got from me, but I'm sure that the lead up energy could automatically something. What I heard sis saying when I came back, I was like, oh well, we didn't miss a beat. Like sis is on it. Like so we already know how the dream team work anyway. You know what I mean? But sis is on it. And yeah, everything is moving along. It's like when lightning, I think the last thing you might have heard me say was look into the lightning, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
When lightning comes down, does it come down in a straight line?
I don't think so. I don't know.
So oftentimes when we are shifting space and harmonizing / translating time, the zigzag is the straight line.
wow.
The zigzag. If me and the brother Orisha Stone were on here, Goddess may not have said and got to express herself as vividly as she has this day. Everything that has happened has led to the vortex soul being she is to open up. So everything's happening how it's supposed to happen. And I love it because this is a conscious and subconscious art. It's a conscious and subconscious art. So if I may, can I go from where I was at? I just want to make sure I'm on point because I know that there's a whole agenda.
Keep calm and carry on.
So I'm here in Chicago, and as I was saying, look into the lightning, roll with the thunder. Right? It's raining outside. Trust. My children outside with their friends right now. I'm sitting in somebody's car charging my phone and having this convo. Dance in the rain. All that, oh my goodness, it's raining. Stay outside. Get wet. Participate in nature. Because the looking out is, when we're dealing with this consciousness, I am the realm. I am that which is raining and that which is rained upon. I am that which is seeing the lightning and that which is exciting the ether to cause the lightning. Right? This is the all self. All is self. The phrase outside of self plays part when we're not connected. When we're not aware of our connection, that plays part. But when we're aware of our connection, we're aware that we are the realm. Truthfully and totally. We're about to have some guests in the car because I'm in somebody else's car. So today is frequency wave 37, right? I can only suppose that means that we're at melanin frequency number 37, right?
Yep.
In the Kemetic mathematics, which is slightly different from the Western man's mathematics. Are y'all about to pull off or I can keep building? Okay. It's slightly different from the Western man's mathematics that we count 0 in our supreme mathematics. Okay. They start their count at 1. So when we talk about prime numbers, 37 would be the 8th. What is it? The 8th? The 19 is the 9th. 19, 10, 21. 37 is the 13th prime number. Right? Is it 37? 30? Let me show you. So 23 is 13. Okay. 13 is the no, it's not correct. Is the 18th? Okay, 37 is the 18th prime number, right? When we consider 3, 7, we also have to give 3, 7 an analog observation. It's 37, but it's also 3 7s, right? So when people consider that they've, quote, hit the jackpot, right? 777, right? 37 is the number where you access the jackpot of your soul self and your own higher consciousness. You understand? So I'm tuning into everything about what is it to have this conversation on frequency wave 37. It's accessing the jackpot of our own spiritual resources, right? Now, it just so happens that as the 18th prime number, this falls on kin number 180. Right? So our awareness of synchronicities and the supreme mathematics is a part of when we say we are forces of nature. We should also consider that we are supreme mathematical forces of nature. So, everybody who's hearing that, ponder the statement, I am supreme mathematics. And what part of your brain and your consciousness translates that statement? Then say, I am a force of nature. And consider what part of your consciousness processes that. I am a force of nature. Now, marry those two. I am supreme mathematics as a force of, I am supreme mathematics as forces of nature. Consider the Matrix and how the Matrix showed us a story of Neo going through all of these things, being guided by Morpheus, i.e. Metatron. And in his awakening, he could see the mathematic code of reality. Now, consider that you move like Alvin Ailey dancer when you dance. You scat like Sarah Vaughan, right? And you play the horn like John Coltrane, while you are also dancing in the rain during the thunderstorm and having this realization of the supreme mathematic code being vividly seen all around you. Because a lot of people use the Neo breakthrough consciousness statement as like, I've come to my realization, but put some funk in it. we forces of nature. Put some funk on it. How you dance when that bass line come? You know what I'm saying? It's bootsy, baby. Like, you know, where's the bass line and the funk? So when we talk about ourselves being forces of nature, we have to consider what is the feeling that we have tapped into the ether. What does it feel like to know that the blackness of the etheric universe is totally part of your normal I am self? And that your nervous system is having a universal conduct. Now, I dissolve in order to enlighten. Yellow spectral sun. I dissolve in order to enlighten, releasing life. Now, ponder that. Just the terms releasing life. Does this mean that you're getting a second life? Like I'm getting another lease? Like, and then does it mean that I'm borrowing life? Right? Like I got a lease called life. Or does it mean that you have something, you are something beyond what life is?
Come on now. Come on.
Like what we talk about when we say I'm alive and I'm experiencing life, maybe what we're calling life is just a fragment of what we really are.
Come on. Come on.
Now, when we consider that we are forces of Neteru, we are forces of nature. Now we gotta get into some primordial. We gotta get into some primordial Neteru things. We gotta get into I am a number before one. I am a number. I am a number. I'm an essential force that is the substance of zero, and I'm just having fun on the other side of one. I'm just kicking it on the other side of the one.
Come on.
You know, I'm with y'all, but I ain't really with y'all. Unless we are I and I am we.
I say.
You see how quick that can go from sounding negative to being holistic?
Come on now.
Right? Like I'm with y'all, but I ain't with y'all. Unless I'm y'all and y'all are I. Now we partying with the whole. Now the statement I am a force in nature has a more conscious correspondence that causes us to awaken from all this false identity that we've been dealing with. And since we started dealing with it, the space invaders have been smacking our people around like marbles. Since we've been dealing with false identity, we've been getting smacked around by the space invaders. People who talk about Elon Musk is creating the brain net and they got the data centers. So
what? Come on, man. Come
So
on. Now we
what?
talking. Come
What's
on.
up? All that only means something if we stay inferior and
That's right.
ignorant to the
That's
forces
right.
natures that we actually are. I seal the matrix of universal fire. You feel me? With the spectral tone of liberation. Do you know how free you feel when you know you're a conductor of universal fire and that you're a force of nature? You know how liberating that is? To consider that all the stuff you're doing for your job and for other people, it's more a matter of people are choosing how they're going to get in and fit into their divine self. And you can play your part and take care of your responsibility, but they're going to have to step up and play their part too, because soul satisfaction is a personal thing.
Come on now.
Soul satisfaction is a personal thing. I am a force of nature. I am guided by my own divine power doubled. I am a polar kin. I transport the yellow galactic spectrum. Time out. I'll be thinking about the language that we be dealing with. Who's walking around the planet Earth talking about some, yeah, by the way, I transport the yellow galactic spectrum? To even deal with these precepts, to even deal with these concepts in our mind is pivotal consciousness for beings of our likeness. So bringing it right back to supreme mathematics as a force of nature. When we have this 260, 13, 20 matrix of conversation, we are playing part as what? As ones who transport galactic spectrums. So saying we're forces of nature is not regulated to just saying like, yeah, I am the storm. I'll be raining. Like, oh my goodness, I'm the wind. Like, it's not just that.
Right.
This is quasar mathematicians.
I see.
This is daughters of the dancing nebulas. You know, and sweetly incarnated with the Hebrew fire letters. If you want to pull that up, that picture up for me.
Okay, I was just going to ask about that. Okay.
Sweetly incarnated by way of the universal fire that has been communicated by the genealogy of Isis, i.e. Genesis, as Yud He Wav He, Yahuwah. Genesis chapter 2, verse 7 says, the breath of life was breathed into man, and man became a living soul. We have a responsibility to understand that names like man and woman to describe what we are here are fractions of a truth that even your most basic Christian already has been told at the beginning of their holy book. You aren't a man or a woman. You're a living soul. The breath of life is already in you. Now you can go ahead and act like you're not. See how reality treats you for acting like you're not. You'll be challenged and trying through other people's devices for a huge amount of time. My beautiful people, it has begun to rain. I have children that I must make sure they get home safely. So unfortunately, the combination of me being a servant to many aspects of the universal reality will have this force of nature focusing the lightning in a different direction as a caretaker. I love you all to breath. I love you all to breath. I'm going to give you my quick notes. Nervous system, inverse system, left side of the brain, right side of the body. Right side of the brain, left side of the body. The eye translates information on the retina upside down. Your birth date mathematics and kin numbers are part of what the exercise that I was going to do today. Give me a second, Eliu.
You know what? We're gonna have you come back and do it.
The prompt that I was going to give y'all was going to be what my High Priestess Ma'at sent me. What elemental force is calling to you and why? For those of y'all who are taking notes, respond to that question. What elemental force is calling to you and why? And my addition to that is, if you could have one major superpower, what would it be? And if you could have one minor superpower that supports that power, what would it be? What I wanted to get into was superpowers and what they say about aspects of which you're tapping into natural in the earth, wind, water, fire, elemental matrix. Unfortunately, I got to get to these other services. My apologies because I got a lot to give, but working in many universes at one time. Love you to breath, Scorpius Ray. I'll
Ashe.
talk to
That was a great
All
a
right.
great question. Safe in your travels.
you. Love.
All right. Enjoy. I'll see you. All right. And Brother Amun is of Temple of Soul. You can find him on IG under Temple of Soul. I believe, I don't know if he has a YouTube. And I just wanted to show y'all, I'm wearing his piece today. This
Mm.
was gifted to me. This was what, 3 years ago? At the Convergence, he and Sister Rachel, definitely check them out. And there's a great connection with their family and the Orisha Stone family. So we definitely gonna have them come back on and team up on on all of this. So he didn't get it. We didn't even get into all that, right?
No,
So
we didn't.
yeah, I told you. You don't know what this guy gonna do. He gonna come in and do something, right? And we not gonna know what it is, but it's always full of vitality. And so, man, that was awesome, awesome, awesome. So, any comments on that, Goddess Sabiki, before we close out?
Well, he did ask a great question. What elemental force, if you what they call kinetic energy,
Mm-hmm.
and you're seeing a lot of people tap into. You got your airbenders where they're moving the air and blowing things down, but you also have your electricity. And so I noticed me growing up, I used to be able to manipulate the static in the television.
Ah,
And so I would say mine is electricity. And then to answer your second question from earlier, you were asking me about different the hypothesis. And in regards to that, I used to they basically speak on how when the times start to change, how you'll recognize the signs, which is um natural disasters. They speak on when like they see in spider webs in the ground, which is the cables and the wires of modern day technology going through the ground. And they also speak on all of the different creatures that you're going to start seeing come out. Everything that we thought was alien is actually here already. You know, the mermaids. Everybody's having these mermaid spottings lately. And then you're also having the guy in Miami that say that he was kidnapped by dolphins and shown the underwater, and they were able to help him breathe under the water with some sort of technology they have, and they sent him back up here because they wanted him to build buildings for them down under the water. And so
oh,
that was some guy here in Miami that came back and told his experience about the water beings down there. You got the guy that was dealing with the giants and how he went missing. And
mm-hmm.
I don't know if he's still alive or he ain't, but I did pay attention to the story and he's not here right now. And so you got
Wow.
all of these different beings that they say, and then even when I say that the animals are speaking to us, like literally they say that
Okay.
everybody is going to be getting these downloads, including the insects and the birds.
Okay.
And
That is
if you just pay attention to the nature around you, even nature itself has to get some act right, or else there's going to be consequences if you don't. And I noticed that, like, I was at the park walking with my little pup, and out of nowhere, it was a big bird. I think it was a hawk because of the color, but it was far away, so I couldn't really tell. But about 15, 20 little baby birds just went chasing after this one big bird like they had problems. I don't know what they was fussing and cussing about. But them little birds was mad and they were coming for that big bird, and then they all flew off. And even birds got politics. If y'all just pay attention to the nature,
Yeah.
like, we're being called to unify, support each other. Nature is being called to pay. You got to pay attention. These animals, they're telling you what's up. They're telling you what's wrong, what's right, and it's a beautiful. Even the guy on Instagram, I don't know if y'all are familiar with him, but he has a squirrel, and he's always documenting him and his squirrel, and he had set up a little home for her, and one day they got invaded by wasps. That was a whole situation. It's
Okay.
really beautiful. And just that's I say all those things to say just become more in tune to nature. Since you are the force of nature, be more in tune with it, because it's time for that. I'm tired of living in these artificial realities. I'm not here for it. I know that that's what they're morphing into, and they're trying to get AI to be a bigger thing, but I'm not impressed. It's hard to tell what's real versus what's not, and they're making all of these different movies. I've been getting, for whatever reason, I've been watching a lot of different Chinese and Korean movies lately. I don't know why, but I've just been interested in seeing the different cultures, and they came out with a whole movie about a great flood, and I couldn't even finish watching it because the babies that she was trying to protect were AI kids the whole time. They were artificial. And I'm just like, y'all really trying to tear jerk me into caring. And it's like, why? Why spend all of this money on this ridiculous theme about a great flood when even y'all's Bible revelations say that it's not gonna be a flood that comes next. It's gonna be fire. And
Mm,
a lot of people aren't paying attention to the fact that you have these methane gas pockets popping up in Alaska. And when those methane gas pockets pop up, you can't put that flame out. It's forever burning, which is also weakening the ozone layers in the earth.
mm,
So all of this, the next great big disaster is going to be flames. The
mm.
volcanoes that have been going off in Hawaii, and the volcanoes they were saying something about Yellowstone at one point
Yep.
might be erupting or something of that nature. So,
I don't think you
it's,
can even go there anymore. The
mm,
Yellowstone, I think they closed it. They had too many seizures. Yep.
mm.
Mhm.
So it's those, in my opinion, are the forces of nature. And I don't think we got nothing. Those who are on their divine path, even now, like my mom, she's kind of really been paying attention more to those conspiracy theories. So she's on her awakening journey. And I love to see it because I used to talk about this stuff with her, and they be thinking that I'm crazy. I used to be like, Mama, that's a clone, and I it should be like, what, But now you're kind of listening to me more when I was saying, yeah, McDonald's is feeding people humans. And she thought that sounded crazy, but no, Mom, they're feeding people humans. And when you saw that JEW ish man or Zionist man get up there and say it, now it was believable. But the whole time when the crazy ones or the melanated or whoever the conspiracy theorists were saying it, it was hard to understand. But she's on her journey now. And I brought that up to say that it's been interesting to see. She was watching a video about foot. I lost it. I'm so sorry. Oh, I had a whole point. But she was watching this video about, it'll come back to me. She was watching a video and her reaction was just so funny. It'll come back to me. I'm sorry. I lost my point that I was bringing up to make that
Worry,
point.
don't worry. You have given us so much insight and so much information into these forces of nature and the different things that we can do. I just definitely, it's definitely an honor to have you come forward for the Orisha Stone family, and we just love y'all. We feel like we just, I don't know. I don't know. I can't remember when I didn't know y'all, right? So, um, definitely, we definitely appreciate you coming through. It has been such a pleasure. What, I'm gonna do what Rich Stone does. What can we do for you, Goddess Abiki? How can we support you guys? And any closing comments?
I say, honestly, if you all want to contact me on my Instagram, and whenever y'all are ready to make your first purchase for stones, You know, we sell jewelry. I also do readings if y'all are ever interested in a reading. Um, and then this is pink coral and pearls
Ooh. You gonna bring
and pink
those? You're
opal.
bringing those to the retreat, right? You gonna bring those?
Yes, of course. Yes.
Oh, hey,
This is
nice.
one of our more dainty pieces. This is emerald, rubies, and sapphires. And then pearls in the necklace.
Beautiful.
So let me be Jewel and be your local jeweler. We're here.
Uh,
And you can contact us at Orisha Stone on Instagram, or you can send us an email at orishastone.shop@gmail.com. And so if y'all ever want to get a custom order, or if there was a particular piece that you saw on the live today that you're interested in, we can do those for you. I do wands, crowns, bracelets, anklets, bodysuits. If y'all want to get creative, you know,
oh, you said
we
butt.
love creativity.
Okay. You are the enchantress. You are the white crystal wizard. So yes, I would expect no less. All right. Well, thank you, Goddess. I really appreciate having you come forward, and we definitely have to have you come back. And we have so much to do, right? So this the first time won't be the last time. So we
Ashe.
all right, Ashe, give thanks. All right.
Appreciation for having me on.
Oh, our pleasure. All right. Okay, so wow, I told y'all it was about to be. It's been about to be something, and it was. Right. So wow. Thank you so much. And definitely we will put their information in the chat. So you guys can follow up with both Temple of Soul and Orisha Stone. And yeah, and come through. They're gonna be at the retreat coming up. What is it, in a heptad and a half, right? They will be at the retreat, right? So definitely come through. We're gonna have a whole little marketplace, and with all the juries and everything, right? Okay, so let's quickly go through. If anybody wants to come up, we're gonna put a link in the chat to follow up on the act of unity that we had on the last heptad, where we were talking about freeing ourselves from the addictions to lack and poverty. And we had a mission. And if you weren't here, definitely go back and listen to the replay, right? Because we broke down about lack and poverty. We wasn't talking about what's in your pocket. We're talking about the consciousness. But see, y'all probably ain't feeling nothing about that now, right? Because we just activated the forces of nature. So if anyone wants to come through, follow up on something that you and your unity groups, your unity partners, anything that you guys shared in your groups, we'd love to hear from you. We love to hear your reflections. Come on through. Come through. All right. And I don't know, maybe after that, y'all like, shit, I'm good. All right. Oh, okay. We got Inez, Ken 229. Come through. I yield the mic.
Yes, greetings. It's Ken 229, the Red Galactic Moon. So when it came to talking about poverty and the poverty mindset, it was right on time. This particular mission was, spot on time. So I had my phone with me while I went on the trail, and I walked in the trail and I had my phone, I had it in my little backpack, and I listened to you. And I listened to, I want to say I listened to it at least 3 times. The entire mission, the whole time I listened to you. And I am on what they call, it's called the Watermelon Washout. It's a group on Facebook, and we're basically eating watermelon for 21 days. And it's all about purifying. And for me, it's about the addictions. It's about the food addictions, getting rid of the food addictions. So I was really just in tune with everything that you were saying about like the poverty mindset, that we have sometimes, like dealing with our food addictions. Well, that's how I was conceptualizing it. And so I just been staying strong every day. I know you've been vegan for a long time. You've been holding it down. But there are people like myself that are still, struggling with those type of addictions. And so but I'm doing good, Pat. I'm doing really well. And I'm really proud because I've been writing, and I've been like really like focusing on what I'm addicted to. And then, like, we know food has an emotional state as well. Like, so what do you like when you grab something to eat? What's going on with you emotionally? Like, what I'm asking myself this, like, do I really need this? And so today I finished phase 1, which was 7 days of only watermelon. And it's just and it's just amazing how you could just go 7 days with only watermelon.
Yeah.
Or 20 or 30 or 40 or whatever. So I feel like that mindset is shifting, and I'm just grateful for that. And it was right on time because I went into that whole week or heptad with that in alignment with everything that we're doing on this mission. So yeah.
Right.
So just want to say, it was perfect. And thank you so much.
All right. Thank you for sharing. I love that because it also showed. I love what you did with it, because I mean, even just because you've been vegan don't mean that you know how to fast. Sometimes it's difficult for a vegan to fast as well, and to stay committed, to something for that long, like even doing a water fast or something like that. But I love there was a key point to what you put in there. What you said is that you listen to something that was going to keep you in the frequency.
Yes.
Doing. And that right there, that's it right there.
Yeah.
A lot of times want to hear that, right?
Yep.
So, yeah. Give thanks. That's a beautiful share.
Thank
All
you.
right. All right. Thank you so much. I saw Orisha Stone come in. Is that right? Am I right? I'm gonna yield the mic. I'm not seeing or hearing anything. Let's see. Is that Goddess Abiki again? Okay. All right. I think they're gonna come back. Right. Anyone else in the back of the house? Let me see. Let's see. Okay. Who that?
Me.
Come on, me.
This has been such an amazing session. I'm so happy because, bringing up the rear and pulling it up to the front, the level of expression to that frequency 37, y'all. We got a lot to work with and work on and work through. Y'all just gave me a whole new outlook on freaking snakes, for real though. But I've handled them before. They just never been anything I gravitated to. I remember how comforting, they can be, but to allow those forces of nature, and nature to just walk with us and be one with them, the value and importance of that, is high right now. If we're going to continue to walk in our woke states, I say. So, but just to go into sharing, the priesthood and our unity circle, instead of focusing on the lack and poverty matters, the addictions of that, what is a way that we see ourselves, um, what is something we see within our unity, or our the priesthood, that we find to be in abundance, or that we would like to see more abundance of. And the one thing I said, based off what we have here, everything that has come through for this plasma with Goddess Abiki, Baba Amun, and now we have Orisha, you know. It has just been like so right. That's the community, that was one of the things that I shared, is that I see us moving from the lack of the community and what we're doing. I say we're in the acts of unity here. And so it's like, take it to the freaking next level. And so I just give thanks to you, High Priestess, for the frequency waves. Definitely, it don't matter how many solar cycles we go through this, but they all have relevant value to every single step of our journey that we go through. So I appreciate us all bringing this energy in for this act of unity. I yield the mic.
I say, give thanks, Priestess Wu. We appreciate you. Thank you so much for that share. And yes, we do have an abundance. We got a whole star of, show up here. Come on through, Orisha Stone. Come on, come on.
Jump in and tell everybody, man, we appreciate, man, supporting Melanated Immortals. Most definitely, man, we can talk about unity all day and forever, but if we're gonna keep on spending money with everybody else, we just talking here ourselves talk. We got our own restaurants, we got our own herbalists, we got our own healers, we got our own everything. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to come in. I ain't trying to take too much time. The force of nature is the matriarch. You know what I'm saying? They say we got the highest spending money in within everybody. The black dollar is powerful. So when we just focus that black dollar on us and unify for real, stop talking about unity, but really lock in with each other, we are the force of nature. So that's all I wanted to say, man. Hit that like button, man. Work that thumb chakra, hit that like, comment, and subscribe.
I say, give thanks. Yes, peace, God. I see you. All right, y'all. Woo! All right, come on. Let's go to this next slide. Let's see. Did we talk about the act of unity for this one? I think Brother Amun gave it to us though, right? He gave us an act of unity. He gave it to us in addition to, right? In addition to, oh shoot, let me see. I'm on my phone, so this is very small. Let me see if I can make it a little bigger here. Okay. Oh, I love this one. Oh, this is one of my favorite ones. Oh, I love it. Okay. It says, human beings are the most beautiful entities in nature, as our formation is said to be in the image of source, or I'm going to say the image as source. In this sense, each person can be viewed as a reflection of the cosmos, embodying unique and remarkable qualities. Right? And so what we're going to do is a group observation. And I'm telling y'all, let's do this. I would love that we have so many people doing reflections that we might have to make a show just on reflections. This is a wonderful exercise. When we first went into the act of unity, this started happening just organically for me. And just leading the way into coming into doing the acts of unity, because I'm one of those people. I'm like everybody else, right? There's a whole bunch of us on here that don't like people juice, right? You don't want to sit next to nobody. You don't want nobody touching you. You don't want nobody talking to you. You know what I'm saying? That's me. right? So I ain't talking about nobody. So, but what happened organically with this energy of unity, what came across was, I walk every day, so I'm always talking to trees and insects and animals and all of these different things, because we look out the view from my window is there's a walking trail right behind the house, and it's a bunch of trees and stuff like that. So I'm always looking at them and being like, ooh, that's beautiful. We see some flowers. Oh, it's great. But one of the most difficult things to do is to go into a place of where you see a lot of people and then look at them like you look at them trees. Now, why is that so difficult? Right? Because we have been taught and trained and conditioned to think that everything, we heard Goddess Abiki talking about this, that everything outside of us, right? That's what's beautiful. But if you really find that beauty inside, it doesn't matter if it's a group of homeless people, if it's a group of, whatever. You can look at that, the creation of the human form of source as something beautiful. And it may take a moment, right? It may take a moment. Work through what goes in your mind, right? If you don't like white people, go to the fancy part of town or wherever they are, right? And go sit in the park and look at them. I know that's a hard thing, but see, you don't have to, you're not challenged by that. Once you move out of the space, or move into the space where you know exactly who you are, and you know who you are, the embodiment of, you don't have to feel no kind of way about nothing. As a matter of fact, it gives you a little bit more clarity about what you can and will do about that, about those that decide that they're gonna keep, with this craziness and trying to do people in and all of that stuff, right? You have more resolve. It ain't no turning no other cheek. That's not what I'm talking about. Right? You know exactly what to do because you're not operating in it from a position of deficit. You're operating in it from a position, you're looking at it, you're viewing it from a position of source. And as source on earth, you say, you know what? This stuff has to stop. I'm not doing this no more. I'm not having it anymore either. We will not give way to poisons in the ocean, to all this stuff in the skies, to people just killing somebody because they don't like the way they look or they dress or whatever it is. That shit is stupid. We're not doing it. Right? And then you have more resolve. But if you are fighting and battling it, you don't have to revolt against nothing if you source. It ain't no revolution. It's an evolution. Right? And so go to a place and sit down and just look at the people, whomever is there, until you see the beauty of the human form. Right? You go to one of the festivals, you're gonna be at Juneteenth, you're gonna come through to we probably going to do this exercise at the summer solstice. Right? But you go somewhere, if you just at the store, if there's a lot of people in traffic, try to do it while you in traffic. Look at the people in the cars. Look at their forms. And see the beauty. Because you exist as source, not from a deficit. It's a great practice, right? And so I would love for us to come back on the next session and really, really talk about the experience we had with that. Right? It's different. I'm not done. Don't do it with your fam. Don't look at your babies and be like, oh, my babies are so good. You say that doesn't count. Just the human form, right? Oh, did you, girl? You know what I saw? I saw the Sutra of Source when I read this. Girl, don't get me started. You done triggered something, Cosmos. All right. So definitely let's come back and with this, let's go ahead. We can move the slides and practice this act of unity. Again, if you're interested in being a part of a unity group or you're ready to start one, if there's at least I would say 2 to 3 of you, and you want to start your own, but you want to join into the groups that we already have or network with those, because at the end of this, we are going to have a networking session with Unity partners. Let us know, admin and Melanated Immortals. All right, but that's it for me, right? I have had a very fulfilling and exciting and beautiful plasma. I thank all of our guests for coming through. Goddess Abiki of Orisha Stone, and we had a cameo from Orisha Stone, and and you can find them, of course, on the Orisha Stone YouTube channel, and I think we have their information that we can put in here. Also, Brother Amun, he left us with an act of unity as well. Let's practice that, and we can find him at Temple of Soul. And that is on IG, I believe. All right. And so with that, I love y'all. I'm going to see y'all on the next one. Hotep.
Ashe and Asheo. Man, this was a dope session for sure. Much love and gratitude to Brother Amun. He always comes through and just gives us some jewels and everything. And then our sister Abiki, she was getting warmed up and then she done heated up the stage and was dropping gems and everything else. So the forces of nature has been ignited, correct? So ashe to that. Yeah, divine timing. This was a beautiful session. Much love to the Orisha Stone clan and community and fam. You guys always come over and show love as well. We truly appreciate y'all so much. So yeah, this is Melanated Frequency Vigil. We have been on for this is our 37th one with the acts of unity as well. And we are still and continue to be in the year of divine unity. So we embody our natural love frequency, living as one in divine unity on earth. And you can check us out at melanatedimmortals.com and come back next Sally at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And our legacy as high frequency beings, divine beings, and the forces of nature is ignited. Ashe, Ashe, and Asheo. Stay tuned for the Taurus and for the closing out. So peace, and I'll speak with you guys and see y'all next time. Love y'all.
One. We are one. With the earth. One. We are one. With the wind. One. We are one. With the fire. One. We are one. With the water. One. We are one. We are one. We are one. With the cosmos. One. With the galaxy. One. We are one. With the universe. One. We are one. We are one. We are one. With the sky. One. We are one. With the birds. One. We are one. With the trees. One. We are one. We are one. We are one. With the wind. One. We are one. With the earth. We are one. With the fire. We are one. We are one. We are one. With the water. We are one. With the soil. We are one. We are one. We are one. With the elements. With the stone. We are one. We are one. With the earth. We are one. Immortals.